Oh, hey, I'm live. What's up, everybody? It's time before it catches up. What's up, all you people who aren't here? Now you are. Howdy, howdy. Welcome to Pink's Garage live stream Wednesday night, as usual. See who all is in here. There's me one person in here. And I don't think it's me anymore because I just shut my phone off. So, welcome to the live stream. Not quite home yet, like it says. Last night in rehab. I leave tomorrow morning. I go home. Still going to be a while before I can work on my cars. Surgery went fine. Just recovering, waiting to be released tomorrow. I think tomorrow morning they're going to take the last staples out of me, and then I'll go home. And I will continue doing my rehab from home. So I'll be doing outpatient PT and OT. So tomorrow should be an easy day for me. I get up, I get some staples taken out of my back and out of my side, probably about 100 plus, and then my wife comes to pick me up. That's about it. So pretty done now. I'll be glad to get out of here and get to my house, see my dogs, see all my stuff. Just won't be able to do anything with it for now. The engine's still on hold, still waiting for me to swap it out. I can't believe I'm up this late. I almost canceled again tonight because I almost fell asleep. It's not even late for me. It's 8 o'clock, but the medication, the pain meds I'm on, and everything, I just get real tired real early. So, so I have been gone now from my house. Let me look at the calendar here. When was the last time I was at home? Last time I was home was on the 10th. Well, the morning of the 11th. What's my first meal going to be? Probably a little bit of what I had tonight, which my wife bought me. She made some ham and beans soup. It was really, really good. So hopefully we got that for leftovers tomorrow because it's usually better the second day. What's up, Sublime, Bama, and Justin? Welcome. So how long? It's the 27th. So 2.5 weeks I've been gone, which for the dogs I currently have, that's the longest time I think I've been away from home since I've had them. So they're going to go crazy when they see me. And look, I got a gold star. Yeah, this is my wife makes it. It's just white beans and ham soup. Basically, it's pretty basic. It's white beans, ham, and onion, and a vegetable broth. And I like it. It's pretty good. So it's not spicy at all. I have to add a lot of black pepper to it to get it to where I like it as much. But I had about half a bowl of that tonight for dinner. It hit the spot. So, the food here is not the greatest, but it's not the worst. I've had much worse food, especially in a hospital setting. So, I mean, I had chocolate pudding today. I mean, sugar free, but it's chocolate pudding. Uh, so I've been on a restricted um, American Diabetes Association restricted 1,800 calorie a day meal plan, which you'd think I'd have lost weight, but I'm only down like 5 pounds. Well, from the day I came into surgery, maybe 10 pounds. So, but it doesn't really show because I'm kind of bloated still. It doesn't help that I keep drinking this stuff, Gatorade. I mean, it's a zero, but it's still got a lot of salt stuff in it. Bad boy Fox, what's up? What's up? So, how's everybody's week been going? How's your day? How was your day today? Did everybody work today? Did anybody work today? I don't even know. I didn't. I did PT and OT, which PT is basically leg work and OT is basically arm work. So, except part of my OT today, I had to play Jenga against my therapist, and she beat me. But everybody was watching. We had the tower so damn tall, and everything was barely stacked on top of each other. And she finally got the last easy one, and I went to get one, and I touched it, and I felt it as soon as I touched it. I was like, "Oh, it's going over." So I held it. I cheated. I held it, and she's like, "Oh, you're holding it." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." So I just let it fall. It was, oh well, I tried. At least I'm not as shaky as I was at one time. So maybe this whole not drinking thing's helped. Now, mind you, it was the cheap Jenga blocks, not the actual Jenga blocks. So it wasn't even and steady to begin with when we first stacked it up. What up, stupid fast truck? Welcome. So I should have had the link pinned at the top if any of you can come in to the panel. I am checking IDs. If you come into the panel, I will be checking IDs. So no, my goal here is to be back at work at the 4 week mark like I planned. Which puts me back to work on the 9th of January and fully back up and running sometime February, into February maybe. Able to do things again, fully healed. I've got some bone growth stimulator thing the doc is having me use. So hopefully that'll help with my healing. Right now I'm just sitting here in my brace and my wheelchair. That's how I can easily move back and forth like I'm floating. What's up, Brailsford? How's everybody going tonight? We got the crowd in here tonight. Chat. Weird though. I didn't expect that many people tonight. Are y'all not working tomorrow? Or did you not work today? You missed your alarm this morning? You guys. It's gonna blame it on us. It's probably our fault. Not working the whole week. Me either. Um had I not taken this time off for the surgery, I probably wouldn't have been working this week either. I'd probably taken it off. Which one's the bus driver here? You talking to Brailsford? Off till the 3rd. Yeah, I got a week after you. I'm off till the 9th. I may go back on the 8th, which is just a day earlier. Go back on Monday instead of Tuesday. Depends on how I'm feeling. Um, I'm hoping to quit taking these narcos sooner than later. What is this thing you speak of? Well, in this warm weather, it's something you probably have to do too. Unless it finally got cold up there. Mm. But and again, for the people who are in here, I got a gold star. I need a bunch more of these so I can become Mario and be invincible. And if you get that reference, great. If not, oh well. Oh, so I haven't had a lot go on since last week. I've just been here going through PT. Not much has changed. Um, I haven't been to work. I haven't worked on my cars. I haven't done anything. The only thing I've done is I ordered some stuff for my bathroom at home to help me be able to take a shower. I had to buy a shower seat, an old man shower seat, because I cannot stand up and shower right now. It's just too much. Now I'm hoping that's only going to be about another week before it can, but it does kind of suck. I can only stand up for so long. I got about Well, I could probably stand up and shower, but I ain't gonna take the risk of falling while I'm in the shower. Uh, so there's that. Because a fall would completely could destroy everything I had done if it's not healed yet. Can't bend, I can't twist, I can't uh, pick up more than 10 pounds. So those are my restrictions. My next doctor's appointment is on the 3rd. So let's see, January 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, I have doctor appointments all 3 of those mornings. So I got the first one on the 2nd, I got outpatient PT, physical therapy. And then on the 3rd, I got to go see the doctor, the guy who did my surgery up in Huntsville. So that's an hour drive to get to that one, plus traffic. So that'll be a fun nightmare. And then on the 4th, I have doctor's appointment with my normal doctor, which I had to postpone because uh, I missed the last one because I was in surgery or just gotten out of surgery and I couldn't make it. But yeah, that's how it stands here. Everything's centered around my medical condition right now. All because I decided I was tired of not being able to do the work I used to be able to do. Hopefully, when this all heals and the pain goes away, I won't have pain. I'll be able to move correctly again and I'll be able to get the stuff done I want. I found a doctor that's normal. And my normal doctor meaning my general doctor, not it's the one I see every couple of months. Not normal. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lead you down the wrong path there, stupid fast. So my what is that? A general practitioner, family medicine. I don't know what you're gonna call it. Uh, and then I get to get these things off my arm, which these things drive me nuts. Um, the other day, when I first came in, they put these on me like way tighter. They were like that, so they were tight. And I woke up the other morning with this one, like my skin growing around it and through the holes on it because I had my arm had been expanding through the night, and it finally dawned on me why every morning I was waking up with my hands being asleep. I couldn't feel my fingers, and that was why. So I had them cut those off and put them on as loose as they could this time. So I hate these things. I understand their reasoning, but I hate them. They drive me nuts being there. I will be happy to have them cut off tomorrow. I won't have to wear any at home. I'm also very happy I'm going home. I don't know if my wife's happy or not. I think she is. I mean, I'll be home now. She'll have to help me. Yeah, that's going to be work on her part. So she's probably not happy I'm coming home for that reason. I wouldn't be either, but she shouldn't have to help too much. I can do most things myself. But yeah, all I got to worry about mostly is my dogs, jumping on me. Got to keep that from happening. That's really hard with the German Shepherd. She does not. She doesn't listen when I first get home. She's just too crazy and happy. But it shouldn't happen more than the one time when I first get home or after I come back from an appointment. But I'm also not cleared to drive. I can't drive my own car right now. So anywhere I have to go, my wife has to take me, which is even more fun for me because I prefer driving, not riding. Yeah, it's not so bad. I mean, I got my range. So everybody in here is on a fall restriction. Everybody has like the beepers on their wheelchairs, the beepers on their badge. That if you get up, it goes off. I got the restriction lifted like after 2 days. So Sublime, yeah, Sublime can come down and help me, but I'm not paying them. But if he comes down, we'll give him a place to stay, and maybe he can teach me how to cook some stuff he does. His wife cooks, and he can drive me around in his car because you could drive this down here right now. It's not bad weather, but I don't think Sublime's in here right now, so he's not hearing any of this. He's gonna be right back. So is nobody able to come up on the panel tonight? Bueller, Bueller, anyone? Did I not post the link? That could be it. I may not have posted the link. I thought I did, but nope, I did. It's Ben. I have to check it on my phone. Can't see it on here. I'm not on YouTube on here. Doing the dishes, fun for you. I remember having to do dishes when I had a large family at home. It's real easy now when it's just me and my wife. Dishes take nothing, and half the time we use paper plates. So dishes seem to. I think the most dishes are the ones we cook with, pots and pans. I can't use his toolbox, Bama. His toolbox and I do not get along. Oh yeah, PS5. That's right. You got that PS5. Good for you. Enjoy that thing. I am thinking though, if I'm going to be home for a while before going back to work, I may actually hook my Xbox up down in the living room. Mm. What else you got to do other than dishes? If it's just dishes, that's easy. You got trash to take out or something. That went out at my house last night. It's supposed to be picked up today, but I guess they're behind because of Christmas, so they didn't get our trash today. Which isn't a real big deal because only one person been at my house the last few days. I think there's like one bag of trash in our huge, like 90-gallon trash can. So, oh, well, I got people dropping off. Yeah, hit that like button. Yeah, do that. Good idea. Yeah, it's not as bad as prison there though. Super fast truck, like you said, it'd be like being in prison. It is, but it isn't. I mean, I could walk out of here anytime I want, but that goes against the doctor's recommendations or whatever it is, and you do that, and then insurance doesn't pay for things. So, is it against medical recommendations or something? AMR or something? I don't remember what it is. The PS5 play Ultra HD Blu-rays. I don't. I don't think they do. Do they? Are they still a Blu-ray player like they used to be? And do people still sell Blu-rays? I haven't, I haven't, I haven't done anything other than digital movie in so long. I didn't even know Blu-rays were still around. Ultra HD, those are nice. That Ultra HD is 4K, right? Or is it able to go up to 8K? Not sure. What are you doing right now, Bama? Oh, I am ready to pack my stuff up tomorrow and get out of here. Just mostly because I miss my house. Yeah, with all the streaming, I have no reason to buy a desk for anything anymore. I have 1,200 movies on one of my servers, and most of those are at least in 1080p. It's either 1080 or 4K. Oh, Gran Turismo was a great game, and I still need to watch that movie. I was watching a little bit of behind the scenes about that movie recently, about the real stories compared to the movie, and how the only some of the like major differences is when the guy flipped his car in the one race, that they flipped him more times on the movie than he actually flipped in real life. But the ending was the same. The people that died, um, the amount of people that died is what died in the movie, and it was set the wrong year, like 2 years different from the actual year it happened. Brunswick stew. Oh God, I love Brunswick stew. gonna have to get me some more of that when I get out, or at least make some. Make it with the. I like it with the shredded beef. Yeah, 2160. That's 4K. Isn't 2160 4K? That's like the best I get on YouTube. On some videos, I get them in 2160p, high frame rate. Other ones are 1080p, 60 frame. I'm here to help. Yeah, I think I had my Xbox running at 4K too. I had it hooked up. That's what I'll set it up for again when I get it back hooked up. But I know that as soon as I hook it up, probably needs about 12 updates. I haven't had it hooked up 2 years. Can't believe I had it. I've had it that long. I've had it for like 3 years now, and I've used it for like maybe 3 or 4 times. But if I can get it hooked up or get some help getting it hooked up, I might hook it up just to have something to do other than watch TV. Sound with streaming? It depends on the stream. Like with my downloads, the sound is fine because I'm not streaming them. But on some, I think on like Prime, Prime does really well with their audio stream. Comes in pretty well too. I enjoyed it as long as you've got the high bandwidth, you can get it. Um, my TV goes into filmmaker mode. It looks really good and sounds really good on some things. 20 minutes behind in the stream. Wow. You're getting slow, bros. Let's see. I've had some problems. On Plex, the sound is whatever my streaming quality can handle. But since it's a local stream from my server that's in the next door room, yeah, I can stream it locally, and depending on what sound I downloaded, that's what I get. And I mean, I'm only using a sound bar and a sub now. I don't have the big stereo hooked up to my TV anymore like I used to because there just wasn't room for it in my living room. And the sound bar is nice, but I should have opted to get the one next up that had the rear speakers, and I didn't. So I don't even have the rear speakers. No. Lost a little bit on the sound on that, but depends on the sound. Like I said, some of the streaming services actually can get you good sound if you got high enough bandwidth. Some can't. So, 8:20. So we've been going for 23 minutes now. Yeah, we didn't have a sound bar on my wife's TV, and she kept telling me she didn't need it, she didn't need it, she didn't need it. And then all of a sudden, let me see you, Sublime. Okay, gotcha.
I'm driving.
Yeah, just needed something I recognized.
Wait, why is my volume so low here?
I don't know. Why is it so low?
Oh, there we go. That's better.
That better? Okay, I could hear you fine. You were hooked on PS2 Golf. Yeah, I used to play that PS2 Golf a lot too. But no, we didn't have a soundbar in my wife's in the bedroom TV, and he's on his way to help me. Yeah. I finally convinced her to let me get her one and put it in, and I hooked it up and with the subwoofer and the soundbar, and she is much happier with it now. I'm much happier with it now because without that soundbar, you could not hear that TV. But she relied half the time on reading closed captions anyway. She just turned on the closed captions, so if she couldn't hear it, she'd read it. I don't like having to do that. Where you heading there, Sublime?
I was going to pick up Brandy.
Yeah, I was going to say you're either going to pick somebody up or going to get some late food.
Yeah, no, I still haven't eaten dinner yet, but I don't know what that's going to be.
You got anything at home, or you're just going to pick something up?
Yeah, I might have a Bubba Burger at home.
A what burger?
Bubba Burger. They sell them in Walmart
Oh,
and
okay.
probably
Oh,
here.
okay. And the
Yeah,
frozen burgers. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I like those.
yeah. Not
I,
bad for $2.50
I
a
sent
burger.
my, I saw a TikTok or a reel or a short today of this recipe for a hamburger braid is what it was called, and I sent it to my wife, and she went and bought everything she needed to make it. So except she changed it up a little bit, and she went with pizza dough instead of the biscuit dough, which that's fine by me because I like the pizza dough idea better. But it looked pretty
Oh,
good, so
you
we're
know
gonna
what?
try
I
it
might
out.
get that on the way home. Maybe something. Just saying the word
Yeah.
dough made me think of IHOP pancakes.
Ooh, I don't have IHOP near me. I have
Oh, I
Waffle
got
House.
one very close.
But if I want good pancakes, I just go to the one place by me is pretty good. Just not open all the time. Now
Oh
Arby's
man,
cooks those good burgers.
yeah, Arby's doesn't sound bad either.
Good burgers? Welcome to Good
Oh,
Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
yeah, I can't see the chat, so if somebody's saying something, just let me know.
Yeah, stupid fast. Have you seen how Arby's cooks those good burgers? I have
Oh
not.
no, I haven't. How do they?
I don't know. Waiting for an answer.
Probably on the frying skillet, the same thing they freaking cook everything else with.
Probably, but flavors mixed together, they become good.
True.
I used to have a cast iron that I cooked everything in, and it never got washed. It got wiped out most of the time. And every time I cooked in it, flavor just got better.
But I would never get a burger from Arby's. It's kind of like going to Red Lobster and getting a steak, even though I don't eat Red Lobster.
Oh,
But if I,
but the steak at
if I,
Red Lobster is good as long as you
well,
get
if
a
I was
steak
forced
or
to go to Red
lobster to go
Lobster,
with it.
that's what I would be ordering. But
Yeah, I get the steak and lobster usually there.
surf and turf.
Yep, the lobster tail and the fillet. But I haven't been to Red Lobster in forever. All I remember is cheddar biscuits.
Yeah, I haven't been to Red Lobster in forever either.
And I think last time I had cheddar biscuits, we made them at home. And I will never buy their mix again because I can make it without that mix, and the mix costs like outrageous amounts of money to make like 4 of those biscuits.
Oh yeah, just go get yourself some Grand's biscuits, man. That's all you need.
Mm,
Pillsbury
I don't even
Grand
know
biscuits. That's all you need.
what for cheddar biscuits.
No, just for biscuits in general.
Oh no, I'm just saying if I want cheddar biscuits, I have a recipe I can make
Oh,
that's homemade completely, and they're just as good as the Red Lobster ones.
made from
And
scratch.
yep, made from scratch. I found the aisle where they keep the scratch.
That'd be the chicken
Applebee's.
scratch or the.
I have not had Applebee's since the last time I was in Mexico and ate at an Applebee's in Mexico and said never again. Screw Applebee's.
I like
Yeah,
Applebee's burgers. Every
I
time I go
haven't
to
been to one
Applebee's,
in
I
so
get a
long.
burger.
I miss Red Robin. I
I don't
miss
even
the
know if we
Red
have
Dot
any
and
of those
Robin.
near me anymore.
No, we had them up in Washington though, and I miss them. We used to do a lot of car meets at Red Robin's, and like our group would meet there, and I'll go in for dinner and just take over like half the fucking restaurant. It was pretty good, and I love their burgers and their bottomless fries. Oh, things were so good. But I digress. I got to stop
My
talking about
front,
food. I'm not hungry.
my front right tire must be low on air. This thing's pulling to the right.
Yeah. Well, let's hope it's just a tire low on air and not something bent and out of alignment.
I just had an alignment on it not too long ago.
Yeah. It's a high mileage Ford, right?
Yeah,
Did they
234,000 and counting.
did they replace anything when they did the alignment, or did they just align it?
No, we did wheel bearing hub assemblies and the upper
Ball joint?
ball joints, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That would be the things I'd worry about. Only the other ball joint I'd worry about would be your tie rod ball,
Yeah.
and that's just another tie rod end.
I told my
But
boss the thing's going to start nickel and diming him to death, and it's been doing that. Freaking, it
it
just had,
will.
dude. I had a passenger side driver axle replaced. It had 2 radiator leaks they had to get fixed. Um, God, I don't even know what else. Plus one of the fuel regulation sensors or something, not sensor, but some
Yeah.
thing that's a small thing in the front on the top of the engine needs to be replaced because I'm getting check engine codes for that every now and then. O2
Do you
sensors
have
are
the?
throwing codes every now and then.
Oh, does it have those TPS sensors, the tire pressure system?
It does, and this thing's running on a spare tire, so if one of the wheels is missing, so I always have a low tire pressure sensor. Or,
Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't have individual. It just tells you all. Either it just says low or not.
that I'm not sure. I think if it's a platinum, it's probably got all 4.
Depends on the year.
15.
It was. Oh yeah, it should have all 4. It should
Yeah.
have individual, so you shouldn't have a low tire light, and it should tell you which tire it is.
Well, no, because the one tire that's the spare doesn't have a sensor on it, so it's just throwing a tire.
Oh, you've got a
Uh,
fault.
yeah, sensor fault. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
get a fault, it screws up the whole system, which I don't understand that. If you've got, I have the same problem in my cars and trucks. Is if you it can show you all the pressures, all 4 tires, but if you're missing a sensor on one of them, it faults out all of them, and that doesn't make sense to me.
I actually got a gift card for Chili's for Christmas at a grab bag gift thing.
You still have Chili's there?
I haven't been to a Chili's in forever.
I think last time I was at Chili's was probably in Michigan on a job about 10 years ago. And if it wasn't Michigan, it was Virginia.
Oh.
Yeah, sparing my truck didn't match the other tires. Yeah, I hate that. Now, see, I know the spare on my truck has a sensor in it, and it's a full size. It's a regular spare. You can just swap them, and I think it's even the same. Well, yeah, it's the same. It's the same wheel. I'm trying to remember how that works on that because I've got the dualies in the back.
I tried to find
only
an aftermarket wheel for this, but I can't find one.
Yeah,
Like a stock OEM wheel.
I think that truck is that's up there in age. Mileage wise.
Oh yeah.
I have not seen a TGIF in forever. TGI Fridays,
Yeah.
like a Fuddruckers, they're still around either.
Nah, by me. I think the TGI Fridays is probably there's still one somewhere not too far from me.
Yeah, I don't know of any down here, and I don't know of any Fuddruckers left anymore either. But there may be.
I used to love the Fuddruckers.
Oh, so did I. Good place. All them good chains are going away because they all came out of the 80s. They were all like copies of each other. Olive Garden's trying to rebrand themselves somewhat in some places.
I was just going to say Olive Garden. I have one by me. They actually do pretty well. Every time I used to go in there for a pickup for my daughter, it was always crowded.
Yeah. But they're trying to do some rebranding for the younger crowd, I think. But I don't know why, because their food's not bad. It's really not.
No.
I like Olive Garden.
Lasagna's good.
Close my door. Oh, you see my heavyweight belt that I got for winning the championship?
Oh God.
It's just that big ass belt of mine. Yeah, back brace. Both of your things are redlined and none of them have tire pressure sensors. Redline. Redline me.
Aftermarket wheels, maybe?
Could be. I don't know. I don't have tire pressure sensors in half the tires I have for my Mustang, so it's always got the sensor fault anyway. Because I'm always running non. Although I was amazed at how many runs down the track and out of the trailer back and forth before the light came on when I first put on these new wheels that didn't have them. Took a while. Tchotchkes reminded, yeah, Tchotchkes is TGI Fridays or Applebee's. You have you don't have your 13 pieces of flair. Tchotchkes. Mm. Had a great waitress. They had a great looking waitress. Is that Tchotchkes?
You
What
say
was her name?
Chachi, that makes me think of
Tchotchkes.
Chachi from Happy
Yeah,
Days.
Tchotchkes. It's hard to say. What the hell's her name? Rachel. Uh, Rachel from Friends.
Rachel,
Um,
oh, um,
yeah. Why can't I think of her name?
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston. Yeah, yeah. She was the one that didn't have enough flair because she wasn't going above and beyond.
Hey,
She
I'm
was
about to
going
pick
above and
Brandy up,
beyond for me. Huh?
so I'm gonna hop out for a little bit. I'll try and hop back in once I get home.
Okay, that's
All right,
cool.
bud.
Yep.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit.
Okay. Does anybody else want to join me on the panel? Stupid fast. Anybody else? Bama? Or is Bama just eating food right now? So yeah, I loved Office Space. That was really that was a great movie. And at the time that movie came out, I had never worked in an office before. But after that movie came out, I worked in many offices and still do to this day. Um, it is definitely a different work experience. I remember the first time I ended up working in a cubicle. Was not happy with a cubicle, and then I got to go work in open cubicles, which I liked a little bit better. It was easier to talk to people, and you know, didn't have to get up and over the walls. Uh, Pretty laid back though. I didn't have to worry about kicking walls down so I could see the window. But I have to rank Office Space up there as one of my favorite movies, along with like Idiocracy. Which yeah, Idiocracy is up there too because I think our world is almost there now. You know, it seems like that's the way it was headed. Well, welcome to Costco. I love you. Mm, crazy stuff. Well, I don't know how long I can carry on a conversation by myself, guys. You've never seen Idiocracy. That's one you got to check out. You may not like it. It may be too stupid for you. Uh, but it's pretty funny. It's Owen, not Owen Wilson. What's his brother's name? Uh, so it's the dark-haired Wilson brother. Dax Shepard. Uh, I gotta look it up. Uh-huh. My brain can't remember names. Luke Wilson. That's his name. So it stars, yeah, Luke Wilson, Maya Rudolph, Dax Shepard, and Terry Crews. And Terry Crews plays President Camacho, which awesome. Yeah, you got all kinds of just idiots in this movie, and it's so hilarious. So mm, it's it was a pretty and what year did it? And it wasn't it was never a big hit. It became it was one of those that became big after it left theaters. on DVD and stuff. It was one of those. Hey, barbecue Mike, I'm feeling fine. I'm doing okay. My pain level's down to about a 5 right now. Uh, I'm right at the that midpoint of my pain medication to where I feel great, and it'll last for about an hour, and then it'll start fading off. When did this come out? In 2006, Stupid Fast is when the movie came out. So it's not new. It's what was that? 17 years old. Yeah. You driving? You're home right now, aren't you, Mike? You're home for a couple more days. Join me on the panel if you can. Been having empty panels the last couple of lives I've run, and the last one I did, it was stayed so empty for so long, I just quit. It's like done, out. I think that was last week. You leave tomorrow. Well, that sucks. But money. I get it. Got to make that. Got to make that dollar. That new car of yours isn't going to fix itself up, is it? Parts aren't free. And then you got to feed yourself and your family. That's always fun. Well, then don't come on now. I could be in a scrapper. You'd never know. I mean, look, there's a sink behind me, like a bathroom sink. I am sitting down in a fairly uncomfortable seat, which it's a beauty. I'm in the top of the line wheelchair from like 1985. Heading to Alabama. Where are you going in Alabama? Got to make that dough. Oh. From Alabama, you heading out west? Is there a round trip down to the south and back? Your laptop's not set up. Okay. Good. Yeah, I like to make it easy on me and use my tablet for streaming. Makes life so much easier. My laptop is here. It's in my bag. I haven't pulled it out the entire time I've been here because it's just kind of big, and it's only about 2 inches. The screen's only about 2 inches bigger than my tablet, if that. But it just takes more work to set it up because it's a Windows machine instead of an Android. So tablet's pretty easy to use, and it's lightweight, small, and I think it's 12-inch screen. If I'm not mistaken. It's got a 12-inch screen on it. Yeah, I bought this tablet last year or 2 years. May have been more than 2 years ago. When they came out with this new, it was the Tab 7S or something like that. Um, and now they're on the 9S, I think, which is bigger and nicer, but of course it costs more. But this was a huge improvement over their previous tablet, and that's what I was getting rid of. I was going from I had their old 11 or 12-inch tablet that they'd had out for years, and it was old and slow, and I think I finally got rid of it. Brundage, Alabama. Yeah, I don't like typing on a touchscreen, but if I really need to, I do have a keyboard for it. I can hook this up. Um, so I do have that to hook up to it with a touchpad and keyboard on it. And yeah, I don't like typing on the touchscreen much either, except on my phone. I can do pretty easily. I'm looking that up, Mike, because I don't know where Brundage is. Brundage, Alabama. I think you spelled it wrong, but it came up Didige on my Oh wow, that's a good ways from here. That's down. That's way down there. That's past Montgomery. That's down south of Birmingham and Montgomery. Yep. Yeah, yeah. That's not much down there. Brundage. There's the Johnston Peanut Butter Mill, Pepper Lake Memorial Library. Hmm. Yeah, not much down there. Hey, what'd you do to the Mustang today? Oh, let's see who we got here. Welcome,
What's
welcome.
up, brother? How you doing?
Doing good. I'm not at work.
How do I sound?
You sound great.
I got the earbuds in, brother, so I just making sure.
That's why I'm not hearing all the background sound then.
Oh, good, good.
I was like, he's in the plant and I don't hear it.
Like I said, I wanted to see how. I tried doing a live stream yesterday to see how it would sound being on a panel with somebody, but nobody came into the panel. So this is my first time using them in a panel, brother.
Okay. Well, cool. They worked. I mean, they sounded great at your house too.
Good deal.
When you were using them at home, they sounded great.
Uh,
Yeah, I like those. Those work better than the ones I have.
Oh, dude, I love it. And I'm not really a big earbud fan, but the number one reason I want them is because on day shift, when things are slow, I can play on my phone and listen to YouTube and music and all that stuff. But I got tired of using the regular friggin' iPhone ones because all they do is hurt my ears.
Oh God, those I couldn't stand those. It's like my Bose hurt my ears too after a while. So
yeah, man.
I can't deal with them much.
And all the big YouTubers that I watch have done promos on these for the last couple years. And I'm like, you know what? I am going to have to get a set of those and see what the hype is. And I'll tell you what, I'm very happy with them. Very happy.
Now you're making me want to get a pair, even though I already have 3 pair of head wires. But like I said, with my sound cores, which I love, they sound fine. But I do know that the one, because I use one all day at work and I don't use the other one, it doesn't sound as good as the other one anymore because it's been used so much. You can hear the difference.
Right.
And they are getting old. But when I'm using them to talk to people, people can't hear me on the phone.
Right.
So
yeah, Boosted called me today. Boosted called me today, and I talked to him with these in. And he's like, man, he goes, you sound crystal clear. I was like, sweet. I'm like, you're my first phone call that I've used these with.
But the okay. Do we have the no, yeah, the diabetes man. What's it called? What's the name? Sorry, 1 second, guys. Oh, what is that stuff called? Little round pill. Diabetes. My brain's not remembering metformin. Oh, okay.
What's up to everybody in the chat? Hope everybody's having a great day.
Okay. I guess I already took it then. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Man, that GTR as your banner looks real good.
Yeah, I'm sorry it's not more into the picture, but to get it more
That's
into the
okay.
picture, I'd have to cut mine more out of the picture. We got that green car in the way.
I understand. Barbecue 50, what's up, brother? Stupid fast truck. How you doing, buddy? So yeah, I saw you were live, and I was like, man, I gotta pop in there for a little bit, say what's up.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Since I can't get anybody to come on the panel tonight. Sublime was in.
Like I said, I did a live stream yesterday for an hour, and nobody came on the panel. So I was like, okay.
What time did you do the live stream?
Around 12 o'clock noon. So then 11 o'clock your time.
Okay, I was in PT.
No problem. That's
Yeah, I was
okay.
like,
That's
why
okay.
didn't I see it? I'm like on YouTube all day long. Well, I'm
Yeah,
in here because that's all I've been doing.
I did the live stream testing out the earbuds, and
Yeah,
I'm digging
and I
them.
think
I'm digging them.
I think I might have to get a pair, but I'm not getting blue ones.
They
I think they have red.
they do. They have red. They have green. They have black. They have purple, and then they have electric blue.
Oh,
But you got to pay like $40 more just for the color.
I don't need
I'm
$40
like,
for the
I'm
color.
perfectly happy
I
with
think
the regular
I get
blue,
red.
right?
I'm good with regular blue or red. Those are the two colors.
Yep,
Now, if I
same
could
here.
get one of each, that would be awesome. If I get a red one and a blue one, I'd love it. You know, a
Right,
right left, the red blue.
right.
That would be nice. But yeah,
Barbecue
but I
50
don't
said,
think I
I didn't
do.
even get a notification. Well, that's okay, Barbecue 50. You're in most of my live streams, so it's not that big of a deal, brother.
Yeah, I hate missing your live. You didn't go live
Oh,
with making the pizzas, did you?
no, no,
Ah, I saw the
no.
picture of them,
But
and I was like, there must not have
I'll
been
tell
a
you what.
live.
I'll tell you what. It was our very, very first time ever making homemade pizzas. So I really wouldn't want to go live just in case I screwed it up. But now that we know what we're doing, I could definitely do a live stream and show you guys how it's done.
I am gonna say that the one that I saw in the picture, if that was one you made, looked really good.
It was. We made 6 pizzas,
Ooh, mod pizza going on.
but they aren't like a 14-inch pizza from like your local
Like
pizzeria. They're like personal pizzas. They're probably
they're like
about this big, maybe.
eight, nine
Yeah,
inch
yeah,
pizza. Yeah, like a
yeah,
mod pizza.
yeah. Yes, yes.
Yeah. That's what I like to do when I make homemade pizza. That way everybody gets what they want. Like you want a cheese
Yep,
pizza, make a cheese pizza.
yep,
You want a pepperoni,
yep.
make a pepperoni. You don't like this ingredient, don't put it on your pizza.
Now here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. Well, I should say, I chopped up a bunch of friggin' smoked prime rib, and we put that on the pizzas too. Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Shelby goes, I've had a lot of good pizza in my life, she says, but having prime rib on a pizza, smoked prime rib, money.
That's like that step up. That's like that takes you the level up in pizza making. You start trying stuff like that. But see,
Right?
I'm a kind of guy, whether people like it or not. I like pineapple on pizza. I like
Right?
sweet and savory. I
Right?
like a
You and
little
my
bit of
wife would
garlic.
enjoy a pizza.
I like pickles on pizzas, depending on the type of pizza. You know,
Right?
I don't mind. I don't like it on every pizza. Do
Right?
I order it all the time? Hardly ever. But if somebody
Maybe
has
what
one,
we'll do
I'm not
is
gonna.
Maybe what we'll do is when I have my next party at Mom's and you're up here, we'll make enough
Yeah,
dough so everybody can make 2 pizzas for themselves. And then you can put whatever you want on it.
yeah. Generally, when I do that, though, I make a meat pizza or a heavy veggie meat pizza. You know, I like to put the onions and the peppers and the olives and both types of olives, green, black, doesn't matter to me. Um,
Right?
get that kind of stuff on there. Tomato, love some tomato on it, and a lot of times I'll put tomato on it after it's done cooking, like a couple of cubed tomatoes on it,
Right?
while it's still hot
Right?
after it's done, so they don't get cooked. As long as they're good and ripe, a nice sweet tomato. Um, but I've made a great margarita pizza before too. I love those.
I like a margarita pizza. Carmel, sounds
Yeah,
like you could have used our barbecue sauce instead of the tomato sauce.
yeah,
I guess if I would have made a barbecue chicken pizza, that I probably would have went that route. But my wife
yeah.
picked up this really good meat bolognese sauce, and we used that for our friggin' sauce. And oh my God, was it next level?
You bought a meat bolognese pre-made somewhere,
Well, from the grocery store.
but it had meat in it already.
Yep, yep.
Not, I'm guessing this isn't a jar. This must be some fresh stuff they have at like the deli or something. Or
No, it was the jar stuff.
oh, really? I've never bought any that had meat in it when I bought it.
Yeah, it was amazing, man.
Huh.
But yeah, next party at Mom's, man, I'll have Shelby whip up enough dough so that everybody can make 2 pizzas. Like one recipe of dough is good for 6 pizzas if you make them, like you said, 8, 9 inches. And we're not trying to get them perfectly round either. So,
if I make it to the next party at Mob's, I will definitely be pitching in on food. I didn't feel like making. I felt bad for eating food that I didn't help pay for. But
it's all good, brother. You guys look good, Pates. How are you feeling post-surgery?
How am I feeling? I am feeling fine for right now because I'm at that perfect. So you can take my pain meds every 4. I've been taking them every 6, trying to learn to
Wean
live
yourself
without it
off.
as much.
Right.
And at about that halfway point is when I feel fine. I feel like my pain level's at about a 4 to a 5, and that's as good as it gets right now. 4 and 5 is as good as it gets. I'm generally
well, good. I'm glad you're healing up, bro.
Yeah, but I'm healing. I did PT and OT for 2 hours each today, so that's do a lot of walking. And when I go home, I'm going to be walking for the next 4 days and doing stuff at home because I don't have PT again until the 2nd.
Okay.
Till January 2nd. And then I'm doing outpatient. It's in the same place, not the same building. It's a different building, but it's the same unit. But it'll be different PT. It'll be different people I'll be working with. Ooh, pulled pork pizza. Those are good. Red onions, bell
barbecue
peppers,
5-0. Everything but the pineapple, brother. I'm in.
I do it all, with or without the pineapple. I'm good either.
But if I know that people like pineapple on their pizza, and I know we're making personal pizzas, I'll make sure I get a can of diced up pineapple for everybody. Because that's what makes it fun. You get to put whatever the hell you want on it.
I have not made a homemade pizza in so long. I really need to go remember how to make my old dough, not the store-bought stuff.
My wife's cousin makes a killer dough recipe, and that's where we got our dough recipe from.
Now, I used to make a sourdough recipe, but you have to have sourdough starter for that. You got to have the same starter you use for the bread, and I don't have that anymore.
Okay.
But that turned out really well. But that was one where you actually had to cook it before you put the pizza on it.
Oh, okay.
You had to pre-cook it, not fully cooked, and then you load it up, throw it back in, and crisp up the bottom, crisp up the crust of it, and meld it all together. And that turned out really well. But it only worked with certain types of pizzas. Like it worked fine for a good pepperoni or sausage or something, but you wouldn't want it with a veggie pizza. It just didn't taste right.
Right. Now, have you ever seen the commercials for the Uni pizza ovens?
Yeah, I've seen them. They're expensive.
I'm thinking about buying one of those next spring so that when I do have people over in the summertime, instead of heating the house up to all be damned, we can just make all of our pre-made pizzas in the house and then just cook them outside in the Uni pizza oven.
Yeah, that's nice. You could also build a pizza oven for a lot cheaper. If you've got the stuff to do it with and the know-how, I've watched people build outdoor pizza ovens for pretty damn cheap. And they're wood-fired, wood and coal-fired pizza ovens.
Who's that son bitch?
Salty.
What's up, brother?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Oh,
you sound like you got hit in the head with a frying pan.
Feel like I've been run over by a damn Mack truck.
You've been sick.
Sorry to hear that, brother. I know you're getting over being sick.
How's everybody doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
I'm living. I'm alive, and I'm walking. It's always a good thing.
That's right. I will agree with that.
Yeah. I ended up.
Amen to that barbecue 5-0.
Oh yeah, when you pick up a slice of pizza and everything falls off, that is like the. So I saw. Speaking of pizza, I saw somebody posted something today about, and it was from somebody else, in their dad's hometown, their Pizza Hut
Right.
went classic, and they redid their Pizza Hut back to the '80s style with
Oh, sweet.
the lunchtime buffet, the salad bar, the red
That's awesome.
cups, everything. And I'm like, oh my god! Now here's the kicker: for that to work, they really need to go back to making their fresh dough every day and not their pre-processed
Yes.
dough. 'Cause
Yes, that's one of the things that killed them.
dough.
Yep. That's what killed them. Was, look, you got the three main ingredients is dough, good sauce, good cheese. If you don't have all three of those ingredients on point, your pizza's just not going to be that good.
The pizza's not there, and the dough is so important. It really is. People
Yes.
don't realize that. Dough is one of the most important things in a pizza. And I like to make thin crust crisp.
See what it is.
So,
That's what we make, thin crust. Yeah, see, we were over at my wife's cousin's house over the summertime, and they actually have a friggin' fire brick pizza oven outside. It's all tiled and stuff. It's friggin' badass. He cooks pizzas at like 900 degrees, okay? And the pizza was so good that when I saw my wife's cousin for Christmas, I was like, can I please have your pizza dough recipe? It was so good that I want to make my own homemade pizzas. So she was like, yeah, no problem. So she gave us the dough recipe. We let Shelby make the dough. Bro, on point.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm surprised she gave it up. It must not be a deep hidden secret then if she gave it up that quickly.
Well, it's a family, brother. Family.
Right. I know, but I've had family that wouldn't give up recipes before. So,
Bastards.
I know. Took it to their grave. No.
Messed up.
Yeah.
I don't think no recipe is that important.
Right?
Well, I don't either. And it's
I agree.
not like they were using it to sell things. They weren't making money off of it. It was a personal, something they'd have, but they had to have theirs for the holiday dinner, and it had to be theirs it was a stuff, just so we know, it was a stuffing recipe. And it was better than my stuffing. And my stuffing to me is my favorite. I make the best stuffing there ever was. But that's to me. Now my great aunt had better stuffing than I did. And I never figured out how she made it. I never figured out what she did. And it's been so long ago. And nobody ever got the recipe from her, and she didn't have it written down anywhere because we searched.
That sucks.
And I don't think she took it to her grave. She just told me she'd give it to me next year. It was one of those.
Right. Yeah, like I said, brother, next time we have party at Mob's, man, and you and Boosted are up here, we'll friggin' crank out some homemade pizzas, man. And we'll friggin' make the dough, and then you guys can put whatever the hell you want on them, and we'll cook them up, and everybody will be fat and happy.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm already fat and happy.
You can buy you one of those pizzas. You can buy you one of those either wood burning or charcoal burning pizza ovens.
He was talking about that to Umi.
Yeah, I was thinking about buying the Uni friggin' 2 pizza oven.
Yeah, that'd be actually cool.
Right? And then, because, you can make them in the oven, okay? I'm not saying you can't. We cooked them at 500 degrees for 10 minutes, and they came out perfect. But, in the middle of summer when it's, 90 degrees outside, the last thing you want is a 500-degree oven cooking in your house for an hour, hour and a half. You know what I mean? So, if you can go outside and cook them, that's more ideal.
Yeah, you can get you a wood burner one that goes outside, and shit, it don't matter what degree it is, then that's outside.
Right?
Okay. Arillo's in Illinois, yeah. So
I'm right. This is the way I rate a pizza. If the dough ain't on point, then none of the rest of it even matters.
Right?
That's true.
Gotta have a good dough.
Yeah, everything's got to start with the dough.
And then the sauce has to be on point too. Like Mike said.
Yeah,
Mike
but you got to remember the sauce is objective though. The sauce can be a lot of different things. It don't just necessarily have to be pizza sauce. Just say you're doing a barbecue pizza. Well, you're not going to put pizza sauce on a barbecue pizza. You're going to put barbecue sauce on it. So, like I said, sauce is subjective, but the dough, like I said, if the dough ain't on point, nothing else matters.
It's what
just the whole pizza sucks after
that earlier is the dough is your base point. Without
that's the number one ingredients to me in a damn pizza.
Yep.
You got nothing without it.
Oh yeah, man.
Sauce.
Merry Christmas there, Rich. Nice seeing you, sir.
Cheese.
Yeah, Rich, Merry Christmas, man.
Yeah, Merry,
Yeah, I mean,
Merry
so,
Christmas to everybody
yeah.
else. Mike's Garage, Barbecue Mike, everybody else is in here.
Oh,
And
shit.
Pinks,
I didn't even see
Merry
you coming in here,
Christmas.
Rich. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Hey,
Merry
Rich.
Christmas to every single one of you guys. You too, Mob.
Let's see.
Merry Christmas to you too, buddy.
Thank
I know
you, brother. Merry
me and
Christmas
you've
to you
already
too.
me and you've already talked, but still, Merry
Yep.
Christmas.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, I had a couple YouTubers reach out to me and wish me a Merry Christmas.
And if I
I
didn't
tried
reach
to
out to
wish
anybody,
everybody a
please
Merry
forgive me.
Christmas at once, but
I caught this stupid ass flu that's going around, dude, and it has absolutely whooped my
yeah, I've
ass.
heard the flu. Some of those flu strains this year are pretty harsh.
Dude, I tell you what, my headache was
Mike.
so bad,
Hey,
dude.
Mark.
It felt like my brain was just moving inside of my skull. I mean, I couldn't even move my head. I'm like, it was so bad, dude. I was sitting there
Yeah,
laying
it
on the
doesn't
bed,
sound
almost in
fun.
tears, like, please just let it go away for 5 minutes. Please
Right.
let it go away for. Man, it was kicking my ass.
Did your mom
Yeah.
get sick?
Yeah, my mom actually went to they admitted her into the hospital.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, she was in a hospital. She went to the hospital and then they admitted her and kept her.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Rich, I'll be out of here tomorrow. I leave tomorrow morning. They just they're keeping me tonight so that they can do the staple extraction tomorrow morning on the back and the side. So I had 22 staples in my stomach that got taken out yesterday, and then tomorrow they'll take out the rest, the 100 and some other ones
Nice.
that I have.
Damn, how many staples do you have in you altogether?
I have no idea. I know in my front I had 22. I have five
Woo!
more. I have 5 more incisions that have staples on them. I
Dang.
have 3 on the back and 2 on the side, and I didn't count them. So
Wow.
Thank you, Rich. I appreciate that, buddy. She's home now, and evidently she's feeling better because she's griping and bitching. So evidently she's feeling better.
I must be feeling
So,
better.
She's getting her spunkiness back.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a lot of staples. It's a lot of cut. There's some big cuts in me, and luckily the itching on them's not so bad right now. It depends on the day or the time of day, but the burningness of it. But I do have my back brace on right now, and when I've got the back brace on, it's sitting right on top of all those staples, and that does not make it feel much better.
Yeah, Rich, I agree. Unless you're the one that's on the receiving end of all that shit, then it ain't so good.
No.
Let's see. I was looking at something. I totally lost what I was looking for. Brain fried
I've
again.
been doing that for 54 years.
Brain fried.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm bringing in a big ass hunk of my leftover prime rib, and we're gonna have prime rib for dinner as a crew tomorrow.
So it doesn't go to waste.
That's right.
Shit, shred that shit up and put it up on a pizza, boy. That'd make a
He did.
really.
We
good
did.
Oh,
We
there
did,
you go.
Salty.
There you go.
We did. Shelby was raving. She goes, I've had a lot of good pizzas in my life, she says, but having smoked prime rib on a pizza is a game changer.
Yeah. So I will figure out how many staples I have. I will have them count them when they take them out and find
All
out.
right.
I'll post it up how many staples were removed on my community tab. There will be
Did
no
I
pictures.
ever post that that homemade meat lovers pizza that the barbecue pit boys did that time? Did I ever post that recipe in here for you guys to see one
I
time?
don't believe so.
I don't know.
Mob, this is definitely one you need to watch.
Okay.
You talking about meat lovers pizza galore? Dude, it probably cost them, if you was to had to price this one pizza to make, that pizza was probably $600.
Holy cow.
Dude, I'm not.
What were they using?
Dude, they
Gold
were
Wagyu or
using
something?
every single kind of the best meat that you could ever possibly cut and cook,
Damn.
and they put it on this homemade pizza.
Damn.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
this shit was
That's
crazy.
what they do for fun.
Yeah, but look, when you got as many subs as they got, you can do that kind of shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bougie when it comes to food, man. I like a good, high quality food, whether it's pizza, steak, whatever.
Oh yeah,
I eat
yeah.
cheap stuff too, like everybody else, but I do appreciate really good food.
Yep, me too.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's going
Hey,
on?
what's up, Mike?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, glad to see you're
Oh,
you're up and
damn,
around,
nice
Pinks.
looking. I was just checking out your
Hell do you
background image
want?
there.
Lay your ass over there and chill out, dog.
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet looking picture you got there. Is that your car or just an image of one like your car?
Image of one like mine. Well, I mean, it's the
Okay.
same car, but yeah.
Yeah.
Wax is just faster.
Dude,
Oh,
they
man,
even make a homemade Thanksgiving pizza.
I've had turkey pizza before, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't what I
Oh,
was expecting because it was actually done as a Thanksgiving, so it had stuffing on it. It had gravy, was the sauce. The bread was actually a roll, a dinner roll bread. You know, it wasn't really a pizza, but it was made to look like a pizza. It was kind of fun.
That's
It
interesting.
didn't taste bad. I mean, they kept things somewhat separated, but you know, it was done just for kind of funs. And I tried it, and it was, you know, they sliced it up in pizza slices, and so your first bite you took was the cranberry sauce because that was what was in the middle. And I thought it was pretty good. It was kind of a joke that they did, and it
What?
tasted fine. Thanksgiving pizza.
Yeah, I have never heard of anybody doing that before.
It wasn't really a pizza. It was basically they took a roll, a large dinner roll, and they coated it with gravy, most of it, except for the middle where they put the cranberry sauce in the middle. And then they
Right.
had stuffing and turkey and yams, and then they just sliced it into pizza slices, and you had to eat it with a knife and a fork. You could not pick it up.
Okay.
It
Sounds
was
nice.
flimsy, but it was good. I don't remember where
Right.
I had that. It was at it was at one of my friend's house years ago, back before any of us were married. This is when we were young, and it was just an idea he'd come up with and did it for Thanksgiving one year. And we were all
Nice.
away from home, so I may have still
if
been in the
Pinks
army.
don't mind me posting a link, I'll post a link. I mean, if he's
Can you?
okay with that.
Are you blue?
You know what? I don't know if I'm blue or not. I might not be.
I would rather you text me it if possible.
You would ask me to do that, wouldn't you?
You don't gotta do it now, Salty. I'm just saying.
Well, I can't post anyway. Don't worry about it. I'll have to text it to you.
Yeah, you can do it now. Get
Can
your
I?
mod status back.
Fat Boy Fox, how you doing, brother? Good to see you in the stream.
So,
Hey,
Pinks,
there we
when
go.
do you get out of the hospital?
Tomorrow morning.
Oh, tomorrow morning?
Yeah. Not quite a hospital. I
That's
mean, we're attached to a hospital here, but
cool.
it's just rehab.
Okay.
It's in rehab,
There's
man.
their version of a
I'm getting over my
Thanksgiving pizza.
addictions. Tomato and bacon cooked on the pizza, lettuce and globs of mayo after it came out of the oven. Good. Oh, the BLT pizza. That sounds decent.
I've had one of those before too. Those are good.
Oh yeah. The link I just posted is their version of a Thanksgiving pizza.
And I tell you right now that one of my favorite things I've had pizza that I eat currently is from hometown, and it's their bacon cheeseburger pizza, and I really like
Oh,
it because it's a bacon cheeseburger. And
yep. When I was stationed in California for the Navy, there was a place called Godfather's Pizza, and they used to make one of those.
Godfather.
Oh God, we used to have a Godfather's pizza
Godfather.
down here too, and their
I miss
fucking pizza was
Godfather.
a bomb.
I miss the old Godfather's pizza. I don't miss the last time I had Godfather's pizza. It was not the same.
Yeah, I haven't had one of those in like 25 years, so it's been a minute.
Yeah, Godfather. We had one. There was actually a Godfather's pizza almost directly across from where my first job at a restaurant was. So I worked at a seafood restaurant. Across the street was a little strip mall, and there was a Godfather's pizza in there in North
Nice.
Carolina. But the best Godfathers I had were in California.
Yeah.
And my dad used to take me to Godfather's when I was a kid all the time. That was such a good pizza place. But back then I think it was a Pizza Hut we went to mostly. Or no, I can't remember what it was. It wasn't Godfather's. It wasn't a Pizza Hut. It was something else. pizza place, but they made sandwiches that were just banging sandwiches.
Oh, hey,
You know, we
thanks. Thanks an
did a,
awful lot for watching my last video. I appreciate it.
oh, what'd you say?
I said, I appreciate you watching my third installment of the Frankenmuth Auto Fest.
No, well, I watched the first two. I had to watch the third one.
Right?
I was just those wagons, man. Oh, God, so many nice wagons. I can't
That's why
believe
we're
the
called the
overflow
Motor
lots.
City, brother.
All the overflow lots, right there, just crazy, and
Oh, yeah.
and they're just so many cars. Because
Yeah, there was
I'm gonna probably go
3,000
back.
cars there.
I'm probably gonna go back
Uh-oh.
and when I have time this week, I'm gonna go back to back and watch all three of them again, one right after the other.
Right?
Yeah, just so I can check them all out again when I'm more awake. Because when I watch them, sometimes I get sleepy, because I'm on drugs. Getting some
I keep
to-go food
gets
at IHOP.
I keep getting suckered into Harbor Freight. They just posted another coupon in my email, 25% off any single item on Thursday.
Shit, I don't
And
get
is
suckered
there
into there. I
any
love going
restrictions?
there.
Man,
Hey,
they keep suckering me in.
what the hell is the name of that place that makes pizza in Chicago?
Illuminati's?
That's it. I know Sublime took me there when I was in town visiting
That place
him. I
is
couldn't
good.
remember the name. They do
I
make a
had
really
that.
good pizza, too.
They do. I had it this week.
Oh, nice. You were up in Chicago again?
Yeah, seeing the family.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good. But yeah, this thin crust, man, that we made at the house, brother, is friggin' on point. No doubt.
Yeah.
Man, the only thing I got for Christmas was the flu.
So what? So
That's why you're supposed to buy yourself something.
my
Right?
Scrag
I did.
was
It's called
that
medicine.
It's
was
called
that
medicine.
oh wait, okay, 25% off in store only, any single item cannot be used on, okay, this service less power, okay, this one you can't use on a lot of stuff.
The standard boilerplate one. Can't use it on
Well,
generators. Can't use it on.
they do have the one,
Every,
I like the one when you get it the 20% off now. It used to be a 25. It's good on everything. Doesn't matter what it is. One
now
item.
that would be good. That would be good
That's when you buy a
because
2-box.
yeah,
I don't
And they
believe
had
so.
one of
There,
those. They had one of those about
Sublime.
3 weeks ago.
yeah, they
If you're
did.
an
They did.
you're an ITC member, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
yeah,
Rich, let me tell you what, it's not hard to mess up a pizza. You asking really how can you mess up a pizza? Believe it or not, it's not hard for people to mess up a pizza.
I've got low standards sometimes, so I can eat
I
almost
got no
any pizza.
standards.
I have been known to eat some really greasy, pepperoni pizzas that weren't the greatest, but my God, when they were there the next morning after a party and you were hungover, they were the best pizza ever, and I
Oh,
didn't
I'll
even need
tell
to
you
heat them
what.
up.
A real heavy pepperoni, greasy pizza sometimes hits real good.
Yeah.
Dude, I tell you, something else is good the next day after a good hangover and a drunk is cold fried chicken right in the refrigerator. Man, to give it here and I'm gnawing my ass off.
But better than that, lasagna that was made and you reheat it the next day and
Oh, I was
all
going to
the
say,
juices
I hope you
sink
wasn't
in.
going to say cold fried lasagna because cold
No,
lasagna tastes like
lasagna
shit.
has to be reheated, but oh my God.
But when you
It's
reheat
funny.
lasagna, we got a family recipe which is just the bomb.
The best lasagna I have ever had. Can you guess what country I had it in?
Italy?
I might open a
No,
pizza store.
it was
There
not
you
in
go, Rich.
Italy. The
Yeah, I
best.
have a friggin' killer lasagna recipe. I challenge anybody.
I have a pretty decent lasagna recipe myself.
I got a killer recipe.
Well, I tell y'all
The
what,
best
y'all got me
lasagna.
beat because all I know how to do is eat it.
The best lasagna I have ever had that was made at a restaurant. I'm going to caveat that, not homemade. Made at a restaurant was in Germany.
Oh,
Now, mind you, the restaurant was owned by Italian guys,
right.
but it was in Munich, Germany, and it was some of the best lasagna I've ever had. I've had good lasagna in a lot of places, and yes, in Italy I had really good lasagna, but it was the one place we went in Germany was better. It's just something about it. It was the cheese or something, the heat it was served at. I don't know. Something about it
Right.
made it better.
So Carmob, family
Yes, sir.
recipe, Italian family, lasagna recipe from the early 1900s.
Cool. I'll still challenge her. I am Italian, brother. It runs in my
So
blood.
am I. I'm Sicilian.
I am Italian, brother. It runs in my blood. I don't know how to make shitty food.
I'm Irish.
Well, I know how to make
I
shitty
can
food.
still cook.
All I gotta do is burn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Irish, but I could still cook, so we're good.
Right on.
Nice.
Well, I'll have to take you up on that, Pinks. The next time I come visit, boosted in you, you'll have to whip me up something.
Oh my God! So next time you come visit, I'll have to know in advance, and I'll have to prep and buy all this stuff because I have to make the
Well,
sauce a couple days beforehand.
don't worry. You live friggin' 12 hours away. I'm not just going to show up.
Yeah, I know. My wife would love for me to do that because she always loves my lasagna, and I've only made it for her twice. Now, one time
Excellent.
I made my regular lasagna. The next time I made a pizza lasagna. So pizza lasagna is pretty good too, and that's just basically you use pepperoni layers and olive layers and stuff like that, like you were building a pizza, but
Right on.
in a lasagna. And it requires a different sauce too. The sauce
Right.
is slightly different. For the pizza one, I actually pre-buy. I buy some sauce base and use that to start it with, and then just
Right.
add my own seasonings. Whereas my regular lasagna gets made completely from scratch.
Yeah, I will do a live stream and I will show you guys how I make my pizzas, but I will not show you how I make my lasagna.
Nope, me either. Same here.
Lasagna recipes never get released. That's one of
Right?
those things.
Yes,
not.
sir. Once you got a good one, like I passed it on to Shelby. Shelby has the recipe, but that's it.
That's your daughter. Of course you did.
Oh yeah, I always take care of Shorty.
Now, my recipe comes from a conglomerate of 3 different recipes from 2 different families.
So hey,
So
I don't know if
mine-
you guys remember or not, but I think it was early this year. I went to the Lego store and I picked up an R34 GTR Lego, and I picked up a Sublime Green Shelby GT500 Lego.
I do remember that.
Nice.
Remember that? I was
Yep.
originally going to give it to Sublime, but he didn't want it. He said the car looked like it was in a car accident. So it's been sitting in my friggin' office, unbuilt, since I bought it. And Shelby hit me up the other day, and she was like, "Dad, are you ever going to build this Shelby GT500?" And I was like, I said, "Well, I really was never planning on building it because I was going to give it away." She's like, "Well, if you're not going to give it away, can I build it?" I was like, "Okay." So today she started building that bad boy, dude.
Yeah.
It's coming along pretty good. It's got 2 motors in it, which I didn't know. It's got
Wow.
2 motors in it so that it'll roll across the floor after it's done.
Nice.
Oh wow.
How much was that? Do you remember?
Oh, God, I don't remember.
They're not cheap. I know that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it can't be cheap if that thing's got motors in it to move
It's
it.
got motors. That's
Right.
probably one of the ones that's in the hundreds of dollar range.
Yeah. Shelby's going to go back to the Lego store on Friday. She says they have a Nismo GTR R35, and she's going to buy that one for
Ooh.
me. Now, I will build that one.
Nismo.
Yeah.
I like those. Those are beautiful. I just saw a short from somebody that had a GTR following them. It was kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, you like that?
And was that Papa or was it Rolling Stone playing? I heard.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I had it turned down real low because I'm on it live. I didn't want anybody to hear it. But yeah, I saw that. It popped up. It actually popped up in my notifications.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm
It was,
hoping to pick the GTR up on January 2nd. That's my plan. It's at the speed
Yeah.
shop still. I mean, it's been done for over a week, but they took the friggin' last week of the year off, which I don't care. You know what I mean? The car's in a safe spot. So I'm hoping January 2nd I can go down there with my buddy Sean, and we can pick up the old girl and bring her home.
Mm. Wally Boy's Woodworking. Anybody know who Wally Boy's Woodworking is?
Mm-mm.
Never heard of them.
Okay, well, it's a channel I've been watching for a while, and he commented on one of my videos because he watched my video of the day I picked up the Huracan, the Evo for a day. He watched the whole video, not just the short I made that just makes you think I'd bought a car.
Yeah.
But
So it was for
I did
the
not.
day.
That was a 1 day thing, and that was like 3 years ago.
How much? How
Yeah,
much was it? You rented it then, right?
That was $1,000.
Wow.
That sounds about right. Yeah,
It
that
was on,
short
and
that
that
you
was on
made.
sale.
Yeah,
That
when
was a
you
sale price.
that short you made of the Lamborghini in your garage when your son came over
Yeah,
popped up in my feed yesterday.
yeah, and it links if you it's got a link to the actual video that was taken from, because there is a full like 20-minute video on that.
I remember that.
And if you watch the whole video, the first thing you find out is that I rented it. You know that everybody knows that in the video, and the kids didn't know. My boys did not know. It was a
Right.
surprise for them, and I made them think I bought it because at the time I actually had the money. I could have bought one. I just
Right.
wasn't going to spend all my money on a car when I had bills I needed to pay, and I ended up paying off all my other cars instead.
Right.
And I would never buy an Evo anyway because they don't have enough headroom
No.
because they're smaller than the
Yep.
than the non-Evos.
Yep. Yeah, I've rented the
but
non-Evo and the Evo, so I know.
I was supposed to rent it was supposed to get a non-Evo, but the one I was supposed to rent had some mechanical issues, so they threw me the Evo, which was a nicer car. So the
Right.
Evo was nicer, and oh my God, I fell in love with that thing. I only had it for 24 hours, and it rained almost the entire time.
No.
Yeah, and it was a Christmas gift to myself that year, and I had a 50% off coupon, or they had a sale, and so I got it really cheap, comparatively to what it normally cost, and I had a blast in it though.
Oh yeah. So I've rented
But
3 Lamborghinis in my life, and I've had a blast with every one of them. But I
So-
will say that I love my GTR more, even though the
Yeah.
Lambo's a little bit better. I love my GTR.
I love your GTR too. I've never been in your GTR. I never got in it the whole time I was up there, and the whole time it was down here.
Oh brother, we'll have to get
Yeah.
you in her next year at Party of Mob.
Yeah, I'll have to. I need to ride in that thing. It seems fun. It's that just that instant torque it has is just awesome. I miss the torque that I had in my Audi, the all-wheel drive Audi that was 550 at the wheels.
Right.
But it was just so the torque, it just instantly took off. It was great. Loved it. And it just held the road. Didn't spin, held the road, and was just an amazing car. Now it wasn't near as fast as that GTR. I think I had it set up with the tune for racing. I was doing 11.5s in the quarter. I had a better tune. I had a different tune for it, but it's mostly the other tune was mostly a transmission tune, which would have got me down to 10.8. It'll do 10.8, but I didn't want to push the transmission.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. You switch computers there, Salty, or what?
No. Hold on.
Coughing up a hairball. It's old.
coughing up a lung or two.
Yeah.
No, I was down trying to send Mob this text, and
I got it, brother.
And I wound up kicking my damn self out.
I got it, brother.
Yeah, I'm lucky, I guess, because my phone echoes, does all kinds of weird stuff if I try and join a live with my phone. So I just gave up on it. I used the tablet or the laptop, and I switched to the tablet when I realized how much better the camera was. Because that tablet should have a better camera than this thing. It should. It's supposed to.
Right.
It doesn't.
No, that is a pizza oven I sent you, Carbob. A link to a pizza oven.
Excellent. I'll check it out after this live stream.
Oh, what time we got? 1:30. we've been going for an hour and a half. I'm not going to run this
1:30.
out very long tonight.
You said
Okay.
1:30?
That's-
It's only 10:30.
Yeah,
Hour and
an
a half.
hour and 30 minutes. Sorry. I was looking at my timer, 1:30. Not
We're
what
good.
time it is. It's only 9:30.
Oh,
So
I was like-
at the latest I'll go to 10 o'clock. But
there you
Yeah, I'm
go.
getting
So I know
hungry
you're in
talking to you guys.
and if I miss talking to y'all, and I'll be better when I'm at home and can do it. So I may go live again tomorrow night, but it'll be from my house. If
Okay,
nobody
cool.
else is live.
Cool. I'll look for the link, man. I mean, I'll look for the notification.
Yeah, for tonight, I think I am gonna about to call it unless anybody's got something. Oh, I wanted to ask Mike. Somebody asked earlier. I don't think we got an answer. How's the shop coming, or have you been not doing anything on it yet?
It's going good. So next week I start doing the electrical. I got the permit for the electrical roughing.
Right.
So now I just got to start doing the roughing and reach out to the power company.
Cool.
Nice.
Did you already get the lifts in there?
Yeah, the lifts I got them. They're in the shop right now. I just got to put them together. I'm going to do the electrical permit first and then
Right.
assemble them because I don't want them to think it's going to be a full-blown shop
Oh,
when I'm
yeah.
getting the electrical done.
Okay. Yeah, just make sure you oversize your box. I mean, I'm sure you're putting a 200 amp box out there.
200 amp box, and I'm just doing 4 outlets for now just to get the permit and get all that done, and then I'll do everything else after that.
But your box is what, like a 40 pole?
Yeah, 40, 200 amp, 200
Yeah.
amp meter.
So, and you can put all kinds of stuff on that because you'll never be using that much of anything at one time because there's only one of you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll get close because you figure I'm going to have 2 HVACs. I'll have a lift. I'll have TVs and computers and servers and everything else running. So
Okay.
yeah, believe it or not, I will probably hit it.
So I'm going to say your lifts will not be running generally both at the same time.
Right.
Your HVACs, you'd be amazed depending on which one you get, how little amperage they actually draw now. Those mini splits.
Yeah.
The ones that I
I'm
have
gonna
in my
have to-
garage uses so little power compared to the one that's in the house because they're newer. They are
Right.
really low amperage. I was shocked because the old unit uses like 90 amps and the new unit uses like 15.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's that much of a difference. Just because it's got and mine's not even the newest version. The newer versions are even better. They've much higher SEER ratings.
Yeah, the
So-
Mr. Cools that I'm looking at, the one that's in the shop will be, I think 20 SEER, and the one that's in the chill room is going to be 22 SEER.
Yeah, see, mine are
Nice.
like 17 and 18 or 18 SEER, I think, because my
Yeah.
upstairs and downstairs both run off of the same outside unit. So I've got one outside unit and then a 36, so a 3-ton outside unit, and then I've just got two 18K heads.
Got it. Yeah, mine's going to be 3-ton in a shop, single 36K head, and
Right.
then the chill area is a 2-ton.
Yeah, your
Nice.
shop's much larger in volume than mine, so. But yeah, my house is on a 3-ton and my garage is on a 3-ton, so that tells you anything. And
Yeah.
my garage uses less power, but now my house is a heat pump, but it's air, so it's got the upper unit, it's got the dual unit, so it's got the unit in the attic that with the emergency heat and the blower, and then it's ducted to all the rooms.
Yeah, that's
And
how my house is too. It's a heat pump, but it's only
Yeah.
14 SEER, and it's a train. And when I was having a house built, I'm like, so how much more for a 2-speed or a variable train heat pump because they're much more efficient, much higher SEER rating. And they're
Right.
like, oh, it would cost an extra 6,000. And
Yeah,
I'm like, y'all are full of shit because I can get a new one for 6,000.
I know.
So
It's crazy.
So I was like, all right, I'll take what did you have? And my electric bills in the summer, I've been hitting like 230, 240, and that's what keeping a house in the high 70s. So
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
yeah, that's
I mean, you got to
wrong.
remember, I've got no gas. So
Yeah, me
that's the
either.
electric water heater, that's the well pump, that's the,
I'll have a
all
lot.
of that. But that still seems a little bit high.
It is. It does. I think you need a better unit in the house. Unfortunately.
I do. So I'm going to put more insulation in the attic first. I've got R36, so I'll bring it up closer to R60.
Wow.
And the walls are R19. I paid to have 2x6s in, so I mean, I doubt it's the walls, but it's probably shit windows because, when we built the house, all those supply shortages, so you get whatever windows they can find. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Right.
So you probably have the same windows I had in my last house, which were like at the time they were put in, they were top of the line from the Lowe's, which means nothing, which means they
Yeah.
were crap.
Yeah, they
He's
were
already replaced like
Plygen or
3 of
what
them.
have you.
The guy who bought my house already replaced like half the windows in the house.
Shit, replacing windows in the house is not cheap.
No, he
No,
did
it's
it in
Oh,
one.
hell no.
If you do it yourself, it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, but it ain't cheap just buying them. Hell, they're damn expensive. Damn windows, man. They're proud of those damn things these days.
You can actually get them at decent prices sometimes if you know where to look and who to go through to buy the brands. They don't sell in the name brand, in the Home Depots and Lowe's because they make better windows than those guys sell.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Without going to these specialty windows guys that they won't sell you the windows. They have to install them because that's where they make their money.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started
Yeah.
replacing the windows in our house from Anderson's, but you've been to my house. I got about 400 fucking windows. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a slow process.
Andersons are nice. I like Anderson windows.
Yeah, they are. They are. Especially
I'm
when they
happy with
got
the
a
ones I
deal
bought.
going on.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, having a lot of windows in the house is really nice until, like you said, you start replacing them.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
that's when you start thinking, like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Well, I know that at my house.
Seriously, you're like, damn.
Most of my
Oh,
heat
I know.
loss and AC loss is right around all the windows, and it's because when they did these windows in this house, they didn't seal the gaps or anything. They were done horribly. So that's
Yeah.
I bought a house that luckily it doesn't get super cold down here most of the time. It's the
Right.
hot days that it's a problem.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
trying
I
to
think
keep the
I'm gonna
AC
put-
in the house.
I'm gonna put that window tint, that reflective
Yep.
tint on all the windows this spring. That should make a difference.
We have that on our kitchen window. We really should put
They
it
call
on
that low E glass, don't they?
Yeah, that's the nicer windows.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe they call it low E because they come pre-tinted. So yeah.
I like the low
That's-
E glass. They cost
Yep.
more.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah,
I
but
put in my
shit, you-
bedroom, in my office, and I'm hoping to replace the windows in the family room come this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
the-
you can accomplish that too
a lot
by
of
buying a
windows.
cheaper window and just having that low heat tint put on it. And
Right.
you
No,
can
it's
still
not
come
quite
out with
the
the same
same.
damn thing and save some
No,
money.
it is not quite the same.
Oh, I'm not sitting here saying it's quite the same, but it'll
It'll
work,
help.
and
But
it'll help, and
the
it'll
low
save
E
save
windows-
your pocketbook a hell of a lot of money.
The low E windows are worth the money. They really are.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
I'm not
is
going to sit here and
thicker
say they're not worth the money.
Oh,
Right.
I'm not
So
gonna say that.
you got the tint, but what also makes the low E's better is better seal, much thicker glass. So
Yeah.
if you look at a low E window on the side, a little bit of a side view, you can
Right.
see the iron in it, that green color,
Yep.
and you can see how thick that they are. That's when you got good windows.
they're pretty.
So
thick.
my last house had that. This house, they're contractor grade. There's,
Yeah.
it kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, that's what's in my house is contractor grade crap.
My thing
In
of
my
it is
opinion.
though, I never want to put another wooden window in any house that I own. Never.
Yeah.
I don't
Wooden.
wanna put-
Yeah, I agree.
No, yeah, I do not want to put
I
a wooden
love-
window in none of my house.
I love the
Never
look
again.
of a good wooden window, but You're right. Screw those things. I don't.
It's,
All mine are
man,
vinyl
screw
and
the upkeep.
aluminum.
Screw the upkeep and the
Yeah.
painting and all that shit. You either give me
I
a
like the
super
vinyl.
badass PVC window or give me a nice aluminum window. That way they're maintenance fucking free. Water hose cleans them and kiss my ass after that.
Yes.
Pretty
Because
much.
Yes, I agree.
painting windows, man, is like painting the outside of a house is fine. But going back in and having to paint the windows and cut the windows and trim the windows, fuck you. I don't want no part of it.
Pain in the ass.
It
What
is,
is it-
man.
what
It's
is
a
it-
pain in the ass.
What does it cost to replace the window screens, to pull out the screens and put glass in instead?
I have
Why
no
would you?
idea.
Why would you want to do that?
Yeah, why would you
Like
do that?
storm glass. Like
Storm
wintertime
glass, because
storm glass.
yeah, because that makes it much thicker. You added on basically another pane to make it more efficient.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
but then you
just like
can't open the windows
storm
in the
doors
summer.
of old. But you got to take them out in the summertime. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you don't take
Yeah,
them out in the
we never-
summertime, they'll damn create a lot of condensation. They'll sweat.
because the thing is, I mean, we've got bad allergies, so we never open up windows. We we have air
okay.
purifiers throughout the house, so it's kind of like if I
Okay.
was able to get another layer of glass, it'd be like, all right, cool.
I'm not sure about that, and I'm sure there'd be a thing where they could probably put them in and seal them up too. But then, if they don't have the proper gas in between or the proper venting, they will fog up.
Oh, the
Well, yeah,
fog
and
up,
you know-
and you start to get mold and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
So-
never mind.
So that would be now I have seen the old school style where people would pull their screens out in the wintertime and put glass in just like on a storm door.
Yeah,
I just
But
got-
you
I
know,
just
you
got rid
could
of a
do
storm
that.
door.
You could accomplish that same damn thing like during the wintertime, Mike, if you just put plastic over your windows on the outside.
Yep. I
You could
do
do
it
that
Yeah,
every
I've
same
done
thing.
that before at my old house.
Yep. Yeah,
I'll
and
do
I'm
the
gonna tell you what,
plastic on
that
the
shit
inside.
really does help too, dude, man.
Oh,
put
yeah,
a-
big time.
If you put a good
Until I got
meal
a
plastic
cat.
up, you put a good meal plastic up, dude, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, your house will stay so much warmer during the wintertime because
I
you'll
should just
you'll
wrap my
realize
whole house in
just how
plastic.
much heat you were losing through your windows.
Oh, tons.
yeah.
I can
It's
feel it.
really during the summertime is that it's because it's
Convection?
constantly running the HVAC, and that's when you need. The other thing I'm going to do too is, so it's a heat pump that's in the attic, and you know how it has all the hoses off the ground, and yeah, it's R8, for all the vent hoses, but
Right.
still they're up in the air. So I'm going to disconnect the hangers, put them all close to floor level, and then I'm going to get blown-in insulation to kind of cover those up and add more to the attic in general. And in that way, that R8 for all the duct hoses is now much higher.
Okay.
Well, I was just curious if your AC is running constantly all summer long, you sure you put in a big enough damn AC in your house?
No, he didn't. Just like mine. Our house should be. So we have a 3-ton for our house, and that should be enough for our house size, but it's not. We need a 3.5, maybe a 4
Yeah, that's what-
ton even. And
That's
so
what I'm saying.
thinking
A lot of
about
times
it's
people don't
so
think about it,
expensive to do that.
Yeah, a lot of times people don't think about it, even though it says it should do this amount.
Right.
And then when you finally get it and you get it installed and you run it a season, you're like, damn, this thing sure is running all the time. You'll
Right,
find
I'd
out real
like to
quick it
change-
just wasn't enough.
I'd like to change out the one in the house to a new unit, which means I'd have to replace both the in unit and the outdoor unit. And I want new ducting because I don't think my ducting is big enough going to the living room. And I think
Yeah.
that's one of the failures. It doesn't get enough air to those vents. Because one end of the house stays way cooler than the other end.
Yep,
Because
same
they're closer
here.
to the blower.
Yep.
And I need to get that fixed, but we're talking $6,000-7,000 right there.
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
I
A lot of
really wanna
money.
spend that right now.
Yeah, I
And
don't
it's hard
blame
to
you.
work up there now because I had blown-in insulation put in my attic, which just covered everything.
Oh yeah. That's don't get me wrong, blown in insulation is great, but when you get up there, dude, that shit like, oh dude, it's shit's
nasty.
everywhere. Yeah, it's everywhere.
That shit's nasty.
And above my attic in my garage, I blew that in, but there's nothing up there. So there's some lighting wiring and that's it. Although before I did all that, I should have done what I meant to do and run extra wiring I didn't need to hook anything up. I just needed to run extra wiring so I could turn the fans onto separate switches than the lights. So I could turn all the lights on with one switch, or maybe even three, split them up to the three, and then turn the fans on with a different switch for each one with, so I could do them from down, not have to reach up and pull the pull cords. Then you leave them all turned on all the time, and you get rid of those cords hanging down, and then you can just use the dials for the fan for the 3-speed and shit like that. But I didn't.
That damn bloat installation was one of those things that was created and invented by a damn builder. It's just like they thought it was going to be a good idea. It's like that other shit too, that popcorn ceiling. One of the worst fucking things they could have ever created.
I will say, blown in insulation actually works really, really
Yeah,
well. It adds a
works
lot
well.
of R value.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you that popcorn ceiling shit, that is
Popcorn
the
ceiling was a
worst
mistake.
motherfucking invention of all time.
That was a mistake. I hate that shit.
I'm telling you, dude. If you, Carmine, have you ever lived in a house that had popcorn ceiling?
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you how that shit works down here in the Southeast. I can't speak for other parts of the country, but I can tell you how shit works out here. You remember when you go into a house and you used to see these old steepled ceilings?
Yeah.
Got these little, they take the little mud, they put it up there and take this little steeple thing, they steeple it with their hands and shit. Well, they come out with this shit that's called popcorn. Now they just spray that shit on. Well, over time, what happens is down here in the Southeast, our humidity is so fucking bad down here. You'll just be walking through the house, and next thing you know, popcorn will be just falling, hitting you in the fucking head.
Oh shit.
It just fall off the ceiling and hit you in the fucking head, dude.
Not ideal.
No, that's the worst shit ever invented. But for builders,
and
that was a quick way they could finish out a house.
Yeah.
Right.
They didn't have to do hardly any finish work on the ceiling.
So that shit was quick for them.
They do the basic mud tape. They wouldn't even sand it.
No, they just shoot the popcorn on that motherfucker and let it go.
Yep. It was a cheap way and worst thing ever.
And I can tell you, when you go into someone's garage, you can always see who had popcorn in their garage because they'll have damn shit. their ceilings look horrible as fuck.
I don't have a problem in my garage. It doesn't have a ceiling. It doesn't have a.
My brother had popcorn in his, and that shit kept falling on his wife's brand new Honda Accord. And every shit come out, there'd be spots of that shit just sitting on top of her Honda Accord every morning. And you know what? He never did fix that shit either. He let it all fall on the fucking ground.
It took years for it to start falling like that. So the stuff was up there for years before it started coming down.
Well, see, he built his house in '97.
Yeah.
And he just now painted had finally finished scraping all the rest of it off this past summer and painted his ceiling. 26 years it took that long for it to finally fall off.
Well, you get it off real quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but once you scrape it off, you see just how little they actually did to the ceiling.
It's a nightmare. You got to do so much work to the ceiling.
Oh, you got to retape, remud, resand, and all this. It's like a.
And at one point, it was a selling point for realtor. It was a selling. Oh, popcorn ceilings, because they did kind of look neat, but I hated them. I don't like texture on walls. I like walls to be flat.
That's me.
Flat, smooth walls.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
here.
weird that way.
I'll tell you another thing I can't stand either, and that's fucking wallpaper. I fucking absolutely hate wallpaper.
Not a big fan of wallpaper either.
Oh, no.
Wallpaper.
And that stuff was so popular in the 90s, man.
Shit, in the 70s, I think every part of everybody's house had some kind of wallpaper in every room, every inch of that motherfucker.
You had paneling.
Yeah. Paneling.
You didn't have paneling. If you had paneling, it was by one or the other. Paneling or wallpaper. Or that strip of wallpaper around the edge or around the middle of the room. I hate that.
Well, see, I didn't mind that so much because, like you're talking about, the little strip around the middle of the room, but we only used to do that in the dining room area just to make like a feature wall. And we only done the lower part, which I didn't mind that because we always put a piece of wooden trim around it and decorate, stained it or painted it, whatever. It just made it look good.
I was kind of talking about where they do the wallpaper and then they do that strip around the middle. So it's wallpaper on top of wallpaper.
Oh no. This was just like
I know
a
what you're talking about.
this
You're
is just
talking
like a
about the
border of
decoration.
wallpaper, like a
Yeah, the
maybe
border.
6-inch,
But
8-inch
that's
border or
easy to
some
take
bullshit.
off.
Yeah,
That's easy to take off.
exactly.
But wallpaper on its own, taking off and putting wallpaper on it's a nightmare because I've had to do it before.
I've never put it on, but I've had to cuss like a motherfucker getting it off.
Oh God, that shit's a bitch getting off.
But I have put it on to help people out when they were re-wallpapering their house, and they'd scraped it off, but they didn't get everything, and they were just done with it, and they'd sanded what they could, and it was like putting it up. My God, it is a pain to put that stuff up because you got to get it all aligned perfectly. It's got it's just so much work. I'd rather put decals on cars.
Dude, I tell you something else that's always been a pain in the ass too. Remember the old linoleum floors?
Yes.
Remember those? Yeah. Instead of putting it on concrete, the people would put that shit on wood floors, like in their bathrooms and kitchens and shit. Have you ever tried to get that shit up off the floor after it's been there for like fucking 40 years?
Sure have.
They can kiss the crack of my ass. That shit sucks.
There's actually an easy way to do it.
Well, I wish they'd have told me back then, because I cussed like hell back then.
All you need is a good heat gun.
Oh man, hell, we were a bunch of redneck drunks trying to get that shit off. There wasn't no damn heat gun in our thought.
All you need is a good heat gun.
Furthest thing from our mind.
Exactly.
My hair dryer would burn out before you got it done, but a good heat gun would help take that up. Now on concrete, it's easy to get off. It's
yeah, it ain't hard.
Glue off. But on
you can
wood,
take a scraper. You can take a scraper and get it off on concrete.
Well, you can do that on wood. You just got to be a little bit more careful, and you need to use a lot of heat. The heat gets it all mushy. Gets the glue to come up a little bit. But then the only way to fully clean it off is you have to sand the entire floor.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. But I hated when they did it on top of hardwood floors. Nice hardwood floors.
Yeah, I'm like, why would you hide the beautiful hardwood floor?
Because hardwoods went out of style for a while.
I don't care if
hardwood I love.
Man, hardwood to me personally never goes out of style because you could always resand it and restain it a different color and it has a whole new look.
You can, but people would rather just do the easy thing, and laying down tile or linoleum is really easily done.
Tile I can understand, but that cheap ass damn linoleum glued shit on there, hell, dude, that's just like why? That's like almost ruining the wood. Why would you do that?
Almost every house I've rented or owned, putting a dryer and washer in, I have ripped linoleum up.
Come on.
I've always caught one corner at one time and just taken a little chunk out. Almost every house.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
The house I'm in now, same thing. Did it again. When we put our new washer and dryer in, I was moving it, and I didn't even put it in. They brought it in. I was moving it one day, and I cut a hole in the floor. But I would swear there is a pen or a pencil underneath the linoleum in that room, and I really need to get in there with a razor knife, cut it open, and see what that bump is, and then re-glue it back down. Because it is right. I'd swear it's a pencil or a pen underneath the linoleum.
That would suck.
How the heck did you friggin' linoleum over the pencil?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If you had seen some of the other stuff they've done in this house, you'd understand.
Okay.
There
and
was
them kind of people
who
doing
had
the job.
who had no reason to be doing any type of construction were doing construction.
Our paints, you know what it could be? It just could be some damn like glue or something that's in a bead.
Could be a bump in the wood. The wood that's under there. I don't know. All I know is I just need to cut it open, see what it is, see if I can flatten it, and then re-glue the linoleum down right there.
Dude, we had to cut out a kitchen floor one time, a complete kitchen floor, and replace all the wood in the kitchen floor. Because when these people put this linoleum down, they put the linoleum down with liquid nail.
Oh shit!
We never got the damn linoleum off the floor. Period.
I bet.
Well,
and we tore the wood. We destroyed the wood just trying to get the damn linoleum off of it.
You ripped the top of the wood off because it's not coming off.
We had no choice. We just had to cut we had to pull all the kitchen cabinets out, every damn thing, cut the whole damn floor out, and just lay brand new plywood down in there. because
Yeah.
some dumbass used liquid nail. I'm like, dude, they make glue for this shit. Why would you use liquid nail?
Because liquid nails are glue and it's made for that shit too. In fact, it says it right on it. Liquid nails
Yeah,
make stuff.
but damn, liquid nail, that shit don't want to come back off again. Once it sticks,
Never
it's
again.
stuck.
Well, they didn't want to have to
Permanent.
ever take it off again.
Yeah, hey, don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of using liquid nail because that shit really does work. But I like
Liquid nail
using the.
also makes a linoleum glue too that's made for linoleum.
Well, I guarantee you, these rednecks that use this, they didn't use that version of it.
They use the original.
They use that shit. They use this shit like a JB Wells shit. It wasn't coming back off.
Yeah. I've dealt with that. I've dealt with all kinds of crap in houses, and I hate doing it. It's one bad thing about buying a house is when you buy the house, all the upgrades and everything are on you.
Yep.
Yeah,
All the,
I mean
all the maintenance
everything
and
looks
all
great on the surface. When you start having to fix shit, that's when you find out
Yeah.
other people's what they've done.
Yeah, I've already replaced it. So I replaced my water heater when I moved in, or we had our water heater. I put a bigger one in, or a newer one, and I moved it. And then that one had that leak, and it got wet, and I ended up replacing that with a bigger one. And I was going to sell it until I lifted it up after draining it, and the bottom of it was almost rotted out already because it'd been
Damn.
sitting in water. It'd been sitting in water for a lot longer than I knew it'd been leaking. And the new one doesn't seem to have that problem. And I
Yeah, well,
also had the water pressure lowered.
yeah. When I start on this building of mine, I'm not gonna put no hot water. I'm gonna do the instant hot water heater thing.
I thought about that, but the only thing I could do is electric, and to do the electric required so much power that it would have taken all the power I had in my garage. I wouldn't have been able to run anything else out of the garage, and that's where my heat pumps run out of. So
Yeah,
my
well, I'm gonna
water
run
heater
mine
and my
down there
heat
off
pump-
propane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't do that.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm building. I'm gonna be building my place on the inside, so I can set it up like I want. But I'm gonna wind up. But I need to check in. I don't really know what size tanks they sell anymore, so I need to see what I don't want to just go with like a 250 or 300 gallon tank. I want a big tank. That way, when I don't want to
You're
have to
talking
fill a
propane,
sumbitch
not
up
natural
like
gas.
once every 10 or I don't want to have to fill it up like once every 2 or 3 months. I want that something to last me for months and months and months and months.
You'll be able to go with a 500 gallon.
Well, if do they put 500 gallon tanks in residential homes?
I don't know that they do anymore, especially propane lit. Now, natural gas they do, but they're buried. They have to be buried, I believe.
Yeah,
I got
nah,
a
I'm gonna do like
1,000-pound
the
tank
old.
at my house.
Yours is above ground?
Yeah.
Okay, well, see, that's what I want. I want above ground tank is what I want in my house.
Yeah. Mine's 1,000.
Oh, is that 1,000?
Yep.
Is that
Now, let me ask you
propane or
something.
natural gas?
That's for propane. The whole house used to run on propane, and then when I
Okay.
moved in shortly after, they converted the house over to natural gas. So what I
Right.
want to do is I want to run a line from the tank to just the barn. So the barn would run off propane, and the house would stay on natural.
Oh, hell yeah. Damn right. That's smart.
Right?
But I want to run my whole house off of propane.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fellas, I think I'm going to hop off of here. I'm going to eat the rest of this homemade
You know
pizza I
what?
made yesterday.
It is almost 10 o'clock. I was gonna about
Well,
to shut this thing down anyway.
Y'all got some terrible, it's either y'all got terrible timing or I do.
Why?
Because I just walked outside and lit a cigarette, and now y'all go end the damn live stream.
Well, you got
And it's
enough time to
This
finish
is the
that
first
smoke.
time I've been able to smoke a cigarette without coughing my fucking head off in a week.
Yeah. Well, you enjoy that cigarette, and we'll
Right.
stay up until you're done
I
with
was
it.
hoping I would talk to y'all long enough to smoke it.
But Mob's got to get going, and thanks for coming in, Mob. Appreciate it.
Yeah, brother. I look
Yeah.
forward to your live stream tomorrow.
Yes,
If
sir.
I
Me
if I
too.
run one, I will see you there.
Mike's Garage, have a great night. Salty, have a great night. Everybody in
You
the
too,
chat,
Bob.
have a great
Nice
night.
talking
And
to
we
you,
will
buddy.
catch you guys
You
soon.
as well. I'm gonna
All
get
right.
some sleep. You guys have a great night, okay?
All right, you
Later,
too there,
fellas.
Mike's Garage.
Nice.
Thanks. Appreciate you letting me up as always, buddy. Everybody in the chat.
Oh, no problem. No
If
problem.
I don't see y'all, or if y'all don't see me, or we don't see each other, everybody in here have a happy and a safe New Year if you're going to be out traveling on the road. Be careful.
Oh, I will be at home like I usually
I will
am.
be getting drunk at the house.
Yeah,
Yep,
they're going to be.
same here.
Everybody knows this is going to be the time of the idiots.
Except I
Don't be out
probably
on the
won't
road
be
if you ain't
drinking.
got to be.
All right,
Until I
no
get
I'm
old
going.
enough,
I'm going. I'm
not
going to
gonna
be drinking. Don't worry. Sick or not, I'm going to be drinking.
No, I figure if I can hold off and not drink until after I'm fully healed, I won't, because it slows down the healing process.
Yeah. For me though,
Yep.
I'm only going to be drinking beer. I'm not going to be drinking the liquor and stuff like y'all do. So I'll probably have like 1 or 2 beers, and that's probably going to be my extent of drinking.
I
That's probably all
get
I'm going to drink.
myself some of that apple cider. You know, that sparkling apple cider.
That actually sounds good about right now.
It is pretty good.
I wouldn't mind
Anyway,
having
I'm
some
about
of
to shut
myself.
this thing down, and
All right. Take care, buddy. Hey, man, I hope hope
See you
everything goes
guys.
good. I know you're going home tomorrow, so congratulations
Glad
on
you're
going home.
feeling better.
yeah, I'm glad I'm feeling better too, and hope to see y'all on my next live, which will be sometime this week.
All
If
righty,
not
sir.
tomorrow, then the next day.
Well, everybody take care. Happy New Year's. And everybody, we will see y'all on the flip side.
Okay,
See you.
take it easy. I'd like to thank everybody who came in, who all's in the chat. Y'all have a great evening. Thanks for coming in my live stream and giving me the time of your day. I appreciate it. Catch me on my next one. You know, jump up on the panel if you can. If not, you know, we talk about pretty much anything in these live streams. So I will catch you all next time. I am out of here because I am tired. I want to go sleep.